Hello everyone, I am Tacit, and welcome to the Gems of War, Campaign 8, Week 10, or Week 10, Day 7 of the final day of the current campaign. So of course, tomorrow we're going to be having some Tower of Doom, that one event that comes around like once in every millennia. But yeah, we got a Tower of Doom going on tomorrow. As far as what it brings, I actually can't remember what new weapon we end up getting. I can't remember if it's a new category or if it's the last one of the current category. However, we'll find out in a moment. But anyways, let's go over all the weekly spoilers, as there are definitely a few things to go over. Most notably, Tower of Doom. However, a few other things as well, of course. So, of course, there's no word event either, so do make sure if you're going to be finishing that up. The campaign ends in, 7 hours from now. So definitely make sure to wrap that up. That's also how long you have to do the, oh gosh, is the forum page just not wanting to load at all? Hello? Huh, this is even more broken than it was previously. Well, I guess I'll go to latest news and try getting there that way. Anyways, so, oh yeah, we finally got the troop for this. I absolutely love its troop art, but, because it's like this, it's going to be completely useless, unfortunately. And I already know it is. We saw the ability earlier. But it's a 13 mana cost, green-purple. It converts all purple gems to green. So it's very similar to that one Mythic that converts all blue to green while feeding back into itself. Basically does the same thing, but for a different color. It does purple to green while being a purple-green. And the other one does blue to green while being a blue-green. And this one deals a bunch of damage to an enemy, and it is boosted by gems converted. The exact ratio is, of course, not posted here. So let me double-check what on earth it is. The exact boost ratio of this troop is a number of 1-to-1. So for every single gem it converts, it does 1 additional damage, making its overall damage output exceedingly underwhelming. It also doesn't have Fairy Fire like the other one, so this is basically a completely useless troop. It also has Arcane, stuff like that, but it is very bad. However, we do have an Epic coming in as well. So this thing is going to be in the event key drop table, 14 mana cost, which is pretty low for Legend overall. It gives a bunch of life and magic to all allies, and then creates a firestorm and enchant all Fey allies. So it's going to be basically a Fey synergy troop with a 50% mana start. One pretty noteworthy thing, actually there's a couple noteworthy things about this. For one, all Feys that will now be able to have a 50% mana start. There are a good number of pretty decent ones. One of the most noteworthy ones is Rowan counts as a Fey. So of course there's Rowan, which now doesn't have to be built into pure elemental. One other thing that's kind of useful about this is if you check a standard kind of Explorer 3 team, well, of course it's normally ran like this. However, guess what else is a Fey? Leprechaun. Guess what else will be a Fey? The other troop that's coming in tomorrow. So that you can now have a 3 Fey, or even if you want to, go triple class with like Frost Mage or something and have a quad Fey team. If I'm not mistaken, 4 times Fey does give extra magic, if I am not mistaken. Actually, even 3 Fey might end up giving magic. Let me just double check real quick. So 3 Fey give you, magic. Actually, pure magic, nice. Do you get any more from having 4? Because currently at 3. I don't think you get off of that, but I think you get off the other bonus. Oh no, you do get more from specifically itself. Okay, cool. So you're only getting it specifically from the Fey, which, yeah, you know, the main thing, obviously. So yeah, you would end up getting, interesting, okay. So yeah, you would end up getting 6 additional magic from that, on top of the 5 magic that it does on its casts, on top of being able to run a pure team, because I can't really show that now because we don't have the troop until tomorrow, but that's basically going to be the new Rowan team then. You end up replacing out Mirage Queen with, of course, we just covered a video on this like the other week too. Why is it whenever, this is why I hate when I cover guide videos, because anytime I finally get around to covering a guide video, there's already something that makes it out of date. Well, not completely out of date, you know, that's still a really good team running this way, and I'll probably still might run it this way. But there's always something like a week or two after that like immediately changes it. But go figure. But anyways. But yeah, you're now going to, instead of running Mirage Queen, you're going to run the new Glory, or the new Legend that comes out tomorrow. And instead of Hero, as whatever you might normally set it to, though you can still set it to whatever you want, you can set it to a Fey-related hero class, so something like, I believe there's 2 of them. Archer isn't, right? I can't remember. I think Archer is Elf, not Fey, though I keep forgetting. Yeah, it is Elf. I believe there's 2 Fey. It's Frost Mage and something else, question mark? I can't remember. But I know Frost Mage is one, which is probably the most noteworthy go-to one. Isn't there a second one? Does anyone remember what it is? Because I actually completely forget off the top of my head. I know it's a much weaker hero class. You might as well just use Frost Mage. Isn't there a second one? Like, I'm near certain. I just can't remember off the top of my head which one of these it is. But yeah, there should be a second one. Whatever it is, it's probably weaker than Frost Mage. Realistically, it's weaker than whatever. Oh, I think it's Hierophant. Oh, yeah, never mind. So Hierophant's actually kind of interesting, because this makes it a triple damage burning hero class that has half mana start. If I'm not mistaken, this is actually the first, because I believe every other typing that a triple damage lands on doesn't have a half mana start. Because you can't do it with Giant, because the 50% mana starts on the other hero class, and you can't run both. You can't do it on Slayer. You can't do it on... I'm just trying to go through all of them. Isn't it the only one? Is it the second? Wait, what was the first one then? At least it will have cleanse with it, if nothing else. Wait, what is the first? Wait, was it Slayer? Dragon Guard. Well, Dragon Guard doesn't really count. Are you counting Dragon Guard? Yeah, so there's Slayer, there's Dragon Guard, and then there's that. Okay. Slayer you normally wouldn't go out of your way to do, because the synergy troop for it's really bad. Dragon Guard is decent to do it for, but it's more of a tanky triple damage than a high damage. But yeah, it's not the first, but it's probably going to be one of the most useful ones to ever actually get the half mana start. As it was already pretty good, and the biggest thing holding it back is it just didn't have like something extra to really build into, and now it does, so that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, it is from a oh no, wait, it's actually from the same kingdom too. Hold up, I was gonna say it's from a different kingdom. No, it's actually from the same kingdom. Ooh, what else does Bright Forest have that's Skull related? The only problem is I believe they might be the only two. Let me double check. Does Bright Forest have anything even remotely good for skulls? No. You're a lot of mana accumulation. Oh, no. I thought that was, oh, never mind. I thought that was that one double converting skull Trent for a second. Yeah, it doesn't really have a good skull option to synergize with it. Which is kind of funny because it's going to probably become like a skull synergy there. I don't know. You'd most likely probably use it for more magic-based builds. It definitely seems like you're going to be leaning into the magic side of it more so than the skull side with Hierophant. Seems a lot more likely. But anyways, let me read the rest of this troop already. So it gives a bunch of life and magic to all allies. That magic part being kind of interesting as well, because it's a decently high static magic gain. Not like the highest of highs, but it's pretty decent. Because it's 20 total magic across your team, because it does do it to itself. And then it creates a Firestorm and enchants all Fey allies, which ideally would be your entire team. So that's pretty decent. It also has, as I mentioned, 50% mana start for Fey, which is probably the most noteworthy thing going for it, as that is obviously the main mechanic and like 95% the reason why you're bothering to use this thing in the first place. Anyways, as far as the weapon, oh yeah, we are starting to get these daggers now. Okay, so this is a interesting Doom in that it introduces a brand new weapon typing to the game. This is the Doom Daggers, I want to say. I'm pretty sure they're going to be called Doom Daggers. Also, I like the alliteration there. This one's specifically called the Doomed Poing Guard. Unfortunately, I don't believe this category is going to be that useful. Basically, what it does is deal damage to the last enemy and then boosted by greens. That boost ratio, of course, is not mentioned here. The exact boost ratio is of the number of 1 to 1. So that means for every... What was it again? Boosted by... So for every green gem on the board, it has a 1 to 1 higher damage. And if they have a Doom, it'll deal double damage. And there's a 3% chance per tempering level to kill the enemy. The biggest issue with this weapon is that the thing that it's attacking is the same thing that it's rolling insta-kill on. If this rolled insta-kill on first slot while doing damage to last, or if it did damage to last slot while doing insta-kill to first, this could end up being good. But the biggest issue with this weapon is that it is both doing damage and insta-killing the exact same thing. One thing that makes Assassin really, really good is that it has insta-kill on Skull, which means whenever you take Skulls, you're doing damage to whatever the first enemy is. However, you're also doing insta-kill chance to the last enemy, so you're simultaneously killing out the first with Skulls while proccing chances to insta-kill the last slot. The big issue that arises with this weapon is you're both damaging and trying to insta-kill the same target, so your damage distribution is non-existent. And just going to make it a really bad weapon, even at a full 30%. I really don't see this thing ever being viable. It's under the category of basically useless weapons for Dooms. Even something like hammers, which I think are like the third best now. As far as the main three, it's definitely the doomed weapons that do AoE damage with the Doom Skull Convert. Those are the best. Second best because you tend to use them for Guild War defense, particularly later in the game, are the 6 books, the 6 tomes. And the third best category, I would say, are the hammers. Which aren't the greatest, but their damage distribution's not bad, and some of them have some decent effects. I personally haven't upgraded mine, though I believe I have the resources to on most of them. But now we know what the next category is, and unless they're going to rebalance it, which I haven't done for any Doom weapon yet, this is pretty useless. I don't see any instance where you're going to use this. Even if it was like double the amount of damage it was doing right now and double the amount of kill chance, I'm not sure I would still end up using it. Because it doesn't show it here for whatever reason, but I believe this is a 18 mana cost weapon. If this was like 12 with extra turn, I could see it maybe being viable. But at a full 18, I really don't see a single instance where you'd bother using this. Oh, also, it doesn't have any extra turn, which you'd kind of expect out of something like in Dagger. Let's see, what are its extra benefits? It drains 2 mana from all enemies, but you might as well just use Book for that. Has a Leaf Storm. Deals 5 damage to the last enemy. Poisons the first enemy. And that's it. So yeah, it's basically useless. It is a very, very useless Doom weapon, and every single new Dagger that's going to be coming in the near future, as we can see with these, are also all going to be very bad, because they all do the exact same thing. And of course we'll be getting them for every single color, just at some point. We don't currently know a single one of the dates for when the next ones will be coming, but they're starting on green. But anyways, that's the rundown on it. Overall, obviously you still get the weapon for completionist's sake, however, I would not advise upgrading it, as it is pretty bad. Anyways, with that out of the way, that's the main thing that's going on next week. Let's go over everything else that is going on, as there are a few other things. For one, we have a... Where is it? So Tuesday faction event, of course, will be for the Bright Forest one, which is Sunken Fleet. Wednesday, we're going to be having a pet rescue for the Kit Sif, which I actually forget what bonus that is off the top of my head. It's just Bright Forest, so that's pretty good. Because we're getting a 50% mana start to phase, so you can kind of synergize that with Bright Forest phase then if you don't already have the pet. Thursday class event, of course, is for the Hierophant, which is the Bright Forest class. And this Friday, we might be starting up a Ring Fit Adventure live stream. So actually, I almost want to do that earlier this week. I actually already, today, just ended up buying some clothes on Amazon. Some exercise clothes, so we can start up that Ring Fit Adventure live stream. So we might be starting Triangle Strategy then, maybe. Because we did a poll earlier, and the 2 that won were Ring Fit Adventure and Triangle Strategy. So I guess the main next game we'll try to focus on then is Triangle Strategy. Because I meant to do that around when it launched, but I got exceedingly distracted by Pokemon Legends Arceus. But now that I've pretty much almost fully completed out that game, probably it's time to get invested in another game. Because I've heard a lot of good things about it. Have not seen anything about it. I've actually watched no gameplay, no, like anything. Like, I know what the game's about. I've seen like a couple trailers and stuff for it. But I have not seen a single bit of gameplay. So yeah, we're going in like as blind as you could pretty much go into it. So should be a lot of fun. Heard a lot of good things about it. Anyways, but yeah, because we have a useless arena event this weekend. So we're not doing much for Gems of War. Anyways, that's the full rundown. Most noteworthy thing is Tower of Doom. We'll be doing that tomorrow night around this time on tomorrow. But for now, this time today, we shall be grinding the Vault event. So there's still a few more things that are going on right now. The most noteworthy one is if you haven't finished out the campaign, this is the very last hours to do so. If you haven't done this, and especially if you paid for the pass, make sure to go get your Mythic. Make sure to complete that out up to that point. Or if you bought the normal pass, you have to do literally every task. But definitely make sure to finish that out, as you only have a few hours left. Aside from that, of course, we have the last hours of the week-long Vault event. Also, I did put a poll on the stream as to how long people grinded for, and I'm very surprised. 0 to 10 hours winning out? Do some of you guys watch my live stream more than you farm? Because that was the same results earlier this week as well. But thank you for stopping by. But I find that kind of surprising. Like, that was actually the one that was winning earlier, too. But, I don't know, I find that kind of surprising. 0 to 10 hours? Well, I guess some people have so much loot. Like, we're kind of in that category, too. But I'm mostly doing it for the Mimic, more so than the Vault event itself. So I guess that's kind of understandable. It could also be a lot of people towards, like, the 5 to 10 hour range. Because I didn't put an option for, like, literally 0. So obviously some people are just kind of doing it in between stuff. Maybe only did it on the weekend. So that kind of makes sense. Though actually, yeah, it's pretty much the same results as before. The only one that's really different is the 35-hour one, or your 35-hour plus is higher. Which I guess because there's more time, people actually ended up grinding like crazy for it. But yeah, we're definitely in the one that did the least. We're in the 10% category. The 20 to 35 hours, we're in that category. Literally the one that has the lowest amount of percent. The one in the middle ground between like grinding it a super high amount and grinding it like an average amount, right in the in-between there. But anyways, okay, let's go get into things. Let's continue to the end of our grind. I'm not sure exactly how long the stream will be for. Definitely want to go for at least a couple hours, obviously. Hopefully we'll end this stream with the mythic. Obviously, probably not, but one can hope. At least we'll probably have several more mimics between now and then. If you guys have anything you want me to go over, do let me know. Make sure to do so. Anyways, sorry, I didn't even say hello to everyone. I was kind of invested in going over the weekly stuff. My bad. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Hollywood. Hello, Nightmare. Hello, Defiant. Hello, Ricardo. Hello, Gimli. Hello, Tyrion. Let's see. You don't think your answer is there? 35 plus hours doesn't feel close to what you did. Yeah, Tyrion, you went absolutely crazy on the event. If I had to guess, you probably hit like, what, 60, 70 hours? I almost want to say 80, but I think that's too high. But yeah, you did a lot of grind on it. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Crisp. Hello, John. Hello, hello, Supernova. Let's see. Your first ever Mana Bowl was very successful. You got 230 Vault Keys and 40 Epic Vault Keys. Nice. Very, very nice. Congrats. Wait, what does PK stand for? And 20 PKs. I'm trying to think of what PK stands for. I'm actually not sure in that context. Hello, Logic Slayer. Hello, Jonian. Hello, Hung. How much have I grinded for? I would say about 20, 25-ish hours. So right in the kind of like the middle area there. Let's see. Hello, Anthony. Most of it was on stream. I think I only did like 1 or 2 hours off stream. So pretty much however much we streamed this week. Plus like about 2 hours. Hello, Clip Bomb. Hello, Matt. Hello, Bill. And hello, everyone else. Also, hello, Pamela, if I didn't say hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Anyways, and also hello everyone who didn't say hello. So let's get into things. Let's go get this rolling. See what kind of value we can get today. I feel like I grinded it for about as much as I thought I would grind it for. I'm pretty happy with what we got overall. Actually, we could have left with the Mythic. Who knows? Maybe we still can today. It's not over yet. Oh, pay to keys. Okay, that makes sense. I don't think I've ever heard them abbreviated that way. Because I think most people just mention it as pity. Which is already almost abbreviated because it's 4 letters long. I don't think I've ever seen it abbreviated as PK, but it makes sense. Pity key. Let's see. We'll take that over there. There's so many abbreviations in this game, I just get confused sometimes. Because there's already like 1,000+ troop names. On top of everything else that has an abbreviation. Or can have an abbreviation. Some of them are really obvious, like gaps. For Nomapalooza. But then some of the other ones aren't as obvious. Especially when people abbreviate troops, I like never remember which one it is. Unless it's like something like really, really meta. If it's something like off meta, it's like, wait, what's that again? I only grinded the event for 15 minutes. Yes, if you count Paloozas, I have only done 15 minutes of Volt event this weekend. However, I'm counting it as just like farming in general. I'm not sure if I made that clear for the poll. But I meant like if you were literally farming anything in Gems of War. I didn't specifically mean amount of time you've used Nomapalooza. I basically meant amount of time you did like pretty much anything where gnomes could appear. And what we're doing right now is a area where gnomes can appear. But yeah, if you're basing it just off of, well, we pulled that last night though. Like how long have you did Paloozas for? But yeah, we were in the Oh, is it the 0 to 5 category, or did I do a 1 to 5 category? I can't remember. But yeah, we did literally one, and it's... Oh, no, I think I did it number of Nomapaloozas that you did. I think is what I did the poll for. Oh, one of them was a 1 to 5 option. And we were in that category because I actually only ran one single Palooza all week. One singular Palooza. Which is actually the lowest amount I've ever ran in any Vault event since Vault events have existed. That's mostly because we're trying to get the Mimic. Unsuccessful at doing so, but still trying to do so. Is that not the question I asked for? How long did you grind the Vault event? The Vault event is considered anything that is the Vault event. Like, what we're doing right now is the Vault event. If it said Nomapalooza, that would be those. But the Vault event encompasses anything where gnomes touch. Even doing the dailies are technically the gnome event because your 9 daily thingies... Actually, I didn't even do those yet. But those 9 little daily thingies all have gnome chances as well. Like these things over here. Like even this is oh, we actually have a kill a specific objective. Oh, I might want to go somewhere other than Golvania. Though we'll probably be streaming long enough. Now, even though Golvania doesn't have a super high amount of browns, we're easily going to hit that many browns. But yeah, we got lucky. We got 100 gems today. Also, there's like nothing here. But I guess I'll you know, I'm just going to ignore them. I saw what was our options were, and it's like, nope. Though I do want to go for our diamonds, if nothing else, I guess. Grab these real quick with a Phoenicia. I forgot. I still have the team set up from earlier. Though they're probably going down later. Actually, you know what? I might just leave them there. I actually kind of like how they're set up. It also brings Phoenicia finally to the top. Not sure why I always had it on the bottom. But that would make it a bit more organized there. You need to change your answer now. I should have made the question a bit clearer then. That would explain why there's so many voting for 0 to 10 then. Because if you're basing it on like Nomapalooza time, then I would also be 0 to 10. But the question was mostly referring to, were you basically playing the game at all this week? Because almost everything is the Vault event during a Vault event. Like, unless you're doing World event or factions or pets. Those are like the only 3 things where the gnomes would not be appearing. Which means like any second you were spending in the game that wasn't one of those 3 things was basically Vault event. I keep clicking that. We have so few pity keys too. We're probably ending out on 12. Which is the lowest amount of pity keys we've ever gotten since the Paloozas have existed. Though it makes sense because I've also thrown the least amount of Paloozas this week. Which makes it almost seem like we haven't grinded that much. However, we've grinded more this week than weeks where we have like 50 pity. It just doesn't look like that because we're not doing Paloozas. We're doing Explore 12. And obviously not only does Explore 12 win slower, but it's also not doing Paloozas, which give a billion of them. Like we did 1 Palooza and shot up straight to like 9 pity. From like 1 or whatever it was. Oh, Tyrion, what did you end up mentioning? Oh, wow. Just before your stream hit, you hit 1,736 vault keys, 98 pity. Are you going for 100? I sure hope so. You have time. I'm not sure how much grind that is, but isn't that like only a few hours? You have time. You're so close. Go for it. 100 pity in a week's absolutely insane. We have 1,736 vault keys. Are you trying for 2,000? I know you were trying for 2,000 total, which means you need, well, unless you're counting pity in it. Oh, no, are you counting pity for that number? Because that means you'd be 64 short. If you're going for 2,000 total, not counting pity. But yeah, you're pretty much at your goal then. That is a lot of keys. Actually, that's almost more than my entire stack. Now that I think about it. Wait, how many vault keys do I have total? That is almost more than my entire stack just in 1 week. There's one kind of funny thing with how vault events are. Like, a brand new player can literally just become an endgame player if they just grinded vault events like crazy. I don't think most people have that much time, though. But you could, in theory. Yeah, I'm kind of curious how many hours Tyrion did. I'm pretty sure he didn't even keep track. It's like almost every second. No, maybe not literally every second, but it's a lot of time. Let's see. Is that bigger than my current totals? No, not quite, but very high. Because he ended up saying 1,700 something and what, 200 on the dot, I think? Which is almost more than my current stacks. In one single week. And those stacks are from like upwards of a year. Probably even 2 years. Though some of that was before Palooza even existed, though. Also, we have used some of them, obviously. Kafka never got back to me with more codes, by the way. I do have one for tonight. However, after tonight, I am actually out of codes. We have one singular one left. 80 to 100 hours? Oh gosh. You almost doubled your current stack. Nice. That makes sense. That's a lot of grind. Oh, I already have the win condition. But yeah, I can never grind for it that much in a week. I don't think I've grinded for that much in any game in a week. Or maybe I have. We went pretty hard on Pokemon Legends Arceus. Though I'm not sure we hit like 100 hours. Like we might have hit like 80, maybe? On like that very first week. How do you get the code? Oh, I just end up handing it out. And you just put in your invite code with the redeem code and it gives you the loot. It's mostly just a gem key and a few other things. Nothing unique in it. Just a little bit of resources. We hand one out every stream. Though the developers never gave me more yet. So we're going to be out of them for a little while unless we get more very soon. Hello, Draco. Welcome, welcome. Good try for Purple Alpha Sky. Did not get it. Get a Zugoff in there. You open about 25 Volkey and 5 Volkey a day outside of vault events as part of... Yeah, I was trying to do that for 10 per day, and then I kind of stopped for a little while. Probably should start it again. Because if I don't start doing at least 10 per day, we're going to have the biggest stack of Volkeys that's just never going to dwindle down. Because you eventually have to start opening them like every single day to start actually doing any damage on the stack. Otherwise, it's just going to keep growing. It's what ended up happening with treasure maps. Because the incentive was too low to bother opening them. And then they just kept stacking and stacking. That or we can have a mega vault opening stream. I'm not sure we would do that anytime soon. But we could literally dedicate a stream. Actually, that would be a funny... I don't know. Would you guys want that for the 4-year anniversary? Or is, why am I saying 4-year? 6 or 7 year. I can't even remember at this point. But the anniversary stream for the channel is in about a month. I wasn't sure what I would do for it. Would you guys even be interested in me doing a stream where literally all we did was open Volkeys and just chat? I normally do something like more variety based, but if nothing else, it is very Gems of War based. I just feel like that's too many Volkeys at one given time. I'm not sure. But we could at some point, even if it's not for the anniversary thing, we could at some point do a stream where literally the whole stream is just opening Volkeys the whole time. Nothing but opening Volkeys. Until we get like 3 powers, or at least a power. That or every time we get a power orb, we hand out a code or something. Though would it even happen that frequently? Because how many keys would you have to open in theory? Let's say a major orb is a 1 in 4 drop. Then let's say we know for sure it's a 1% when it does. Which means... What is that? 400 keys? 400 keys, right? Am I missing something? Yeah, about 400 Vault keys would be a power orb. I think. Though RNG. RNG deciding. But, yeah, like 400, 600-ish Vault keys would technically be a power orb. Meaning our whole stack would be about 4 power orbs currently. Approximately, give or take. Which means, yes, we could actually give one out every single time we get a power orb then. Do it for April 1st. Haha. Not sure about that. That would be funny, though. Because that would kind of work for a stream like that. A very long stream of nothing but Vault keys, and we give out a redeem code every time we get a power. A 10-hour treasure map stream. I actually would do a 10-hour treasure map stream or something similar if they actually made treasure map not useless. Like if they reworked treasure map and buffed treasure map, I would maybe do a treasure hunt stream. Or not maybe, I definitely would. I'm not sure about 10 hours, but we would definitely do an entire stream dedicated to treasure maps if it was to ever get buffed. However, they have gone a very, 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 very exceedingly long time without ever buffing it. Maybe that's why the dislike... Wait, is the dislike button back? I haven't even noticed. Wait, has YouTube reinstated the dislike button? That's a thing? Is it? Wait. Is that a thing? I don't see no dislikes. I see no dislikes. Let's see. I'll take that over. You have to give out... I don't know. I would not actually gain any benefit if they actually added diamonds to vaults. That would actually nerf the loot. At least from an endgame perspective. It would make vaults even worse. If they had a vault key as one of their drops, that would definitely be a benefit. If they had a vault key and epic vault key. Like, imagine if their drop table was gem key, gems, vault key, and epic vault key. For a vault. Like, if that was their loot, vaults are already fixed. That could literally be the only change. And vaults would be fixed. Because that means the worst you would get when you open up a vault, I believe is... How many gems do you get from it? Gosh, I believe it's only like 10 or 5 gems. It's pretty sad. Maybe 20. I can't even remember how many gems a vault gives. And then the other worst one would be 2 gem keys, which is 18 gem value. But then your other 2 would be a vault key and epic vault key. Like, if that was their drop table, that's almost enough on its own to make treasure hunt kind of worth it. Because that means if you could consistently double vault every map, every other one is likely to be either a vault key or epic vault key. Assuming they're weighted evenly. Which they kind of would have to be for it to even be worth it. But that would mean like every other map you would do where you do a 2 vault would end up being a either a vault key or epic vault key. Even then it kind of almost wouldn't be worth it. Because that means you would get a few vault keys or epic vault keys per hour. Which if you compare that to 1 hour Nomapalooza, like you're talking 0 loot. It's hard to compare most loot to Nomapalooza. Unless they're gonna add like a vault equivalent, or not a vault, but I mean a treasure hunt equivalence to it. You got a horde encounter on Explore 10, nice. 7-hour vault opening stream. That would be kind of funny. 7-year anniversary, 7-hour vault opening stream. Because I believe it's the 7-year anniversary. I need to double check the date. Because I believe it was 2014. April 23rd, if not mistaken. Which is basically a month from today. Almost. It makes sense to do 7 hours for 7th anniversary if it is 7th. It's either 6th or 7th. I can't remember. Pretty sure it's 7th. Though if it's 2014, isn't that 8th? Am I losing that much track of time? It would actually be 8th. I like pretend the pandemic years to even happen. To such a degree that I don't know. The easiest way to check is, let's go to our channel real quick. I actually completely forget, and I keep saying the wrong number probably every single time. Might be an 8-hour stream. I did not want to go to Gems of War. What am I doing? I want to go to YouTube. Let's see. Type in some Gems of War. Let's see. Oh, does our stream not show up? That's a little bit down there. What are you doing being down there? Yeah, we can't leave a like. We're not logged in. Not on this side. I'm just checking it on this thing. I'm looking for videos. Oldest. Where is the first one? Wait, was it further back? Yeah, it was this one. The date was April 23rd, 2016. Oh, okay, so it was a little bit later than I thought. So that means it was 6. Yeah, 6. Okay. Yeah, it's a 6-year anniversary of the channel. Aha. But April 23rd, 2016. Also, the video only has 19 likes. Interesting. Like, it has as many views as we would normally have on a weekly video still these days. Yet, 19 likes. Interesting. A stream might get more than that, right? But, I never even realized it was so low. Yeah, that was the very, 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 very first one. With the horrible mic and everything. I still find it funny because the first live stream we ever did, we had like a donation incentive to get a new mic. And, it happened within like 10 minutes. Between like 3 donations. I think we got like 150 total or so. And then we got the mic we're using now. I almost feel like upgrading the mic I currently have though. We've been using this for 6 years now. This current mic. Almost 6 years. Because we got it like 5.5 years ago. No, I don't count the other ones. I count when we started doing it on a weekly basis. Is when I count the start of the channel. Because the other ones were just like random videos that were posted. But I count the actual start of the channel at the, when we started doing a weekly video every week for forever. But that's when I start the, or count the start of the channel. The weekly Gems of War video. Because we've done it every week for 6 years now. In 1 month from today. I'll catch you later, Ricardo. Have a good night. Yeah, we're going to be up for a while. Ideally want to go for like 2-3 more hours, maybe longer, we'll see. I did not get good rest last night though. Oh, what was Dark's question? My bad, I missed it. What is our VIP level? VIP 8. New player and wondering, how did you get your leprechaun? It's currently RNG based. However, you're kind of lucky if you just started the game now, because there's actually a really easy way to get it next week. If you get event keys at any point next week, you can end up getting them for glory as well in the shop thing. You can get 10 of them for 180 glory each. But any event keys that you end up getting will all have a chance of being leprechaun next week. So I would highly, highly advise saving all your event keys until next week's reset happens, and you'll be able to get leprechaun. Normally, there isn't an easy, straightforward way to get leprechaun. It's normally just open a bunch of glory gem guild, VIP chests, stuff like that. However, next week is one of those rare exceptions where you can get it in the event key drop table, which is actually a great time to be starting the game, because that's one of the core early game troops that are really needed, that there's no direct way of really getting. However, next week is one of those rare exceptions where it's actually super absurdly easy to get, at least compared to normal. It's not a super hard thing to get, but you can go like weeks without it with bad RNG. But next week you can pretty much just guarantee get it. Oh, question was my stats on Leprechaun? Oh, it's mostly because of kingdom upgrades. I read the first half, I didn't read the rest, did I? Let's see. But yeah, it's mostly from a bunch of kingdom upgrades. Like 5-star kingdoms, 10-star kingdoms, 20-star kingdoms, level 5 kingdoms, level 10 kingdoms, or sorry, level 10 kingdoms, level 15 kingdoms, I mean. All of those kind of things. Like, it makes up almost the entirety of the stat discrepancy. Well, I mean that it's core early game, in that it's really accessible early game, relative to how good it is. It's also used in the best early game team, which is Rowain build, which you can still use literally all the way through the entire game. But it's used in the most accessible quick kill team in the entire game, which is Rowain build. And Rowain build has a different variant next week as well. Though that new variant's going to be harder to build than the old variant. So I'm still going to mention the old variant on most occasions, even though the new variant will exist. Like on the Monday video, I'll be mentioning the new variant because, well, it's new. But in a lot of instances, I'm probably still going to mention the old variant. Not because it's actually stronger, but because it's a lot more accessible to anyone. Especially because that one troop in the event key drop table next week, she actually will not be in the drop table for the next month after next week. Which means anyone who doesn't get her next week will not be able to even access the team for about a month. Which isn't too big a deal, you can just use the old Rowain team. But I do feel like in most situations I will actually still mention the old one, even though the new one's better. It's mostly because Mirage Queen is way easier to get than this new legend next week. Not that it's super hard to get, but you know. Especially when it's not an event key drop table and you just have to randomly open like glory and gem keys to try to get it. It's definitely not the most common of things. You could easily go thousands of keys without getting one. Like, just look at how long it took us to try to get two singular epics when we were trying for it when the patch ended up happening the other week. When we ended up getting the Mimic update. We went through so many keys just to get 2 epics. Oh, so hello, Gustavo. Welcome, welcome. Oh, the new variants. There's a new troop coming out tomorrow that has 50% mana start to Fae. Both Leprechaun and Rowain are Fae. And you can use it with like a Frost Mage hero class or something similar like Hierophant. Which allows you to cover... Actually, Hierophant's probably one of the more interesting ones with it. Because you can actually do a weapon where you'd have burn capability without blocking Rowain while having triple damage burning. So you'd have an interesting kill confirm after, if they happen to have like a revive or something. I don't think that's needed in most situations, but if nothing else, you get a little bit of extra magic damage from it. Because you can run a 4x Fey team pretty easily, which gives you 6 additional magic. Unfortunately, Rowan does not gain as much of a benefit from magic as it does from armor. Though it still gains a benefit from it nonetheless. Because you end up getting 6 magic from it. Technically it's 3, but if you have the pet max, it's 6. And you get more copies of the pet next week. Wait, do you? Never mind. No, because you're doing off a Fey bonus. The one that you get next week is Bright Forest, which is actually something different. You'd still get a Bright Forest bonus, though, because I believe you're running, like, what, 3 troops from Bright Forest? The only one that wouldn't be is Rowan. Does Bright Forest actually give you magic for 3 or armor? Wait, what's the stat bonus for 3? Let me double check something. So this is, I need Bright Forest Fey. I need 3 Bright Forest Fey with, like, Rowan. Fey. Honestly, almost everything here is Fey. I might as well just put 3 things in here. And then I need the other one to be Rowan. Well, technically any Fey that isn't also, from the kingdom. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Let's see, what bonuses do we get here? Because this is what the Rowan team would be. Oh, it does gain some armor. Not a lot, though. Oh, it does gain some extra magic for 3. Nice, okay. So we're getting 9 magic, 6 armor, which is how much extra damage for Rowan? That's 12, 9, 21. That's 21 additional damage for Rowan just for using this build, compared to what she's getting from a normal build, which is almost 0, I want to say. What's she getting bonus-wise? She's getting 3, which is 6 damage. Or sorry, 2 3s. So that is 9 damage. Or sorry, what am I saying 9? 12. So she's getting 21 damage instead of 12. So that's an increase of 9 then. You're getting 9 more total damage from running the other team. Which isn't this exactly, but you know, it's the Rowan build with the new options. But yeah, this has 9 more damage than the previous optimal builds for damage. Which is interesting. That's like not a huge amount, obviously, but 9 is more than not 9. It does force you to have to use one of 2 hero classes, though. Either Hierophant or Frost Mage. Or sorry, actually, to get that full bonus, you'd actually be forced to have to use Hierophant. However, it would be a half mana start Hierophant, though. That also has cleanse and other useful things. Though the cleanse is only for itself, but still cleanse nonetheless. Oh, was the button actually broken? It was working for me earlier. Did they actually somehow break it when they did a mini patch? I wouldn't be surprised. It seemed like it was working perfectly fine. Until it wasn't, I guess. It's kind of like the chat above my head. It normally works, and then just randomly decides not to work. For reasons I still do not understand to this day. Oh no, we did it when it first came out and it worked. No, maybe it was like right when it first came out. Ooh, our first Mimic of the stream. I need to go bring up the timer. Because the first one I don't really bother timing, because basically whatever the stream length is basically the amount of time. Though we did do a lot of chatting at the beginning of it because we were going over the other things. But yeah, let's see what we get for our first Mimic. Took us a little under an hour. Hopefully something juicy. One can hope. Okay, let's go explode all the things. Destroy. Alright, moment of truth. Nope. Nope. Double fail. Well, let's update our numbers. Alright, well, we got another Mimic. Another one for the pile. 31-2. We're getting there. So we should end up hitting at least 35 total this weekend then. Or this week. Because that would end up bringing us to only needing 2 more then. So let's keep grinding. But our main goal is definitely 100% minimum. We're getting 2 more of these chests. Regardless how long that takes. I think that's going to be our main goal. Let's just go for 2 more. If it takes like an hour, if it takes like 4 hours. But I think that's going to be our goal. Because that will end us on a nice 35 total. Hopefully a 33-3. Wait. I would mean a 33... Wait, what? I'm confused. Oh yeah, because I only need 2 more, duh. So it'd be either 33-2 or 32-3. Never mind. I was gonna say. I got confused somewhere there. Anyways. Let's go time how long it takes us to get this next one. See how long it takes. Yeah, the first one wasn't too bad. Under an hour. Hopefully the other 2 will be pretty similar. Around an hour each. That would be the goal. I'll throw that down. I was like, hello, L, welcome. Oh, I didn't understand what your first comment was. What are you even saying? Is that a bot or just someone trolling? I'm actually not sure. Because the bots have gotten a lot more sophisticated. Fix it until it's broken and then fix it again. Sounds about right. The fix will break more things than the fix will break more things than the fix fixed. Is generally how it will go. More will get broken by trying to fix something than what the actual intended fix even did in the first place. It's almost like the warning on some medicines. Where it's like, oh, this will help you with a mild cough. Symptoms are like this long, long list. It's like, okay, no. Let's see what to get over. Grab our explosion. It's like fixing a window with a hammer. Actually, there's some pretty cool art that is done by using a hammer to like break the glass very specifically. Where it doesn't like crack all the way through, but makes a bunch of cracks in a certain design. I think you need a special like a glass for that though. Because I'm pretty sure most glass doesn't shatter in that similar way. Why am I doing that? It's easier just getting mana. Especially with wish gems. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention it too. But wish gems are gone in like 6 hours, by the way. So enjoy them while you can. Tonight's the last night of wish gems. Honestly, I'm gonna miss them. As annoying as they were fun. They weren't lycanthropy. Though they weren't also as good as like potions. Like potions were probably my favorite so far. Actually, that's something we could poll too. Because we already have our results on our current poll. Thank you for the 70 votes we end up getting. And it comes out to basically 50% doing 0 to 10 hours. And our section of 20 to 35 hours was the lowest. I think there was some slight misunderstanding with the poll though. But let me go poll this next one. What is your least favorite power gem so far? And I'm only going to be mentioning the one from Seasons. Though I can't mention every single one from a season because there wouldn't be enough room. But let me go do a poll for what I think might be the 4 worst. But then again, there's only been 5 power gems. What one am I forgetting? What is your least favorite seasonal power gem so far, or thus far? I'm just gonna put so far. What is your least favorite seasonal power gem so far? I'm gonna put down Lycanthropy. And now the poll's done. No. Wish gems. Why am I feel like I'm forgetting one? Because I'm gonna put down now Wild Card. Which I wasn't huge on Wild Card, but I didn't hate it. Like, it was one of those that was really neutral. Like, I didn't, like, insanely like it, but I didn't hate it. Archie, which one is the most boring? Oh, no. How should I word this? Because I feel like if I say which one is your least favorite, this is very biased to make Lycanthropy get dead last. But how about I say, well, I can't say which one made the least impact, because gosh, did Lycanthropy make an impact? Just in a really bad way. I'm not sure how to word this. What is your least favorite? I'm just going to say it as what is your least favorite seasonal gem. I'm just leaving it at that. Even though this is bias against Lycanthropy. Poor Lycanthropy. I don't know, should I do it as which one had the... Oh yeah, there was Elemental Star. I'm gonna put Wild Card and Potion in the same category. I know they are vastly different, but there's not enough room to put that and Elemental Star. Because I feel like Elemental Star is different enough compared to the two of them. Or maybe I should put Elemental Star and Potion in the same category. That's a hard one. I could always just ignore one of them. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make this extremely not biased. I'm removing Lycanthropy. How about that? Like, we already know where Lycanthropy stands. We don't need a poll for that. I'm removing Lycanthropy from the poll. How about that? Let's see. So I'm gonna put Potion Gems. So this one does specifically exclude... no, Burning was not added for a season. That's a different one. It was added for a troop. Similar to Freeze and Curse. They were never added as a seasonal thing. Kind of like how Doom Skulls are, or the Uber Doom Skulls. Like, they exist, but they were not added for a season-long drop. They were only added for like a week or something similar. Actually, we still do not have Freeze Gems to this day, by the way. We had it for like a week-long event, but nothing actually creates them. Anyways, Potion Gems, Wild Card, and Elemental Stars. And specifically Elemental Stars, because the other one was never... the Uber Stars were never an event. Only the Elemental Stars were. Alright, so this one does specifically exclude Lycanthropy for obvious reasons, because it will bias the poll like crazy. But what is your least favorite seasonal power gem so far? With Lycanthropy missing from the poll. There we go. Hope I didn't repeat one of those, because I think I might have, now that I just hit enter on it already. But yeah, things like the Freeze Gem, the Curse Gem, the Burning Gem, Uber Doom Skull, those were actually never seasonal gems. Like, they exist. Some troops have them. But, they were never for a whole season-long event. Yeah, I'm curious where this one actually falls, because this could go in any direction. Because Lycanthropy is specifically missing. So Lycanthropy is not going to take the votes away from everything. Because we know Lycanthropy is going to win if it's on the poll. Like, that's just too obvious. So it has to be not on the poll. It looks like it's kind of even right now. Which is rather surprising. It looks like it's a tie between Wish Gems and Elemental Star. Elemental Star was a bit of a weird one, I do have to admit. The way that you matched it was kind of weird. Because it was pretending to be a wild card while also being a really weird board control option that you couldn't control that well. Which made it kind of counterproductive. Because it's a board control option that you literally could not control in a very effective way. Like, when you get to cast an X onto the board, an X Destroy, it's a lot different than an Elemental Star X Destroy being on the board. Because that's only usable in very few specific locations. Normally only like 2 to 4 in a given instance in time. Where something like an X can be used almost anywhere on the entire board. Why did I take that? Why did I think that was an extra turn? But yeah, I think there were some people that like almost quit the game over Wish Gems, which I didn't even realize. That there are some people that adamantly against wish gems. Though luckily they're gone in 6 hours, so come back. They're gonna be gone soon. There'll still be some of the troops with them, but I don't feel like most of the troops will be used that often, especially not on defend teams. Like, unless someone's really trolling with, like, using the new mythic on defend, just because they want to build some kind of really weird, like, auto-win team if it gets it off. Like, Goblin teams already do that. Like, it's not helping Goblin teams much more do what they already do. But I don't really feel like wish gems are going to be used much into the future. Like, there will be some really weird infinite loop teams that will try to incorporate the Godmother. But beyond that, I don't think there's a single other wish troop that's ever going to get used. And even that's going to be really rare, because all you have to do is freeze it and then you win. Like, you literally have any amount of freeze, you basically win against that team. Plus, it might even feed you free mana. So I highly doubt most people would even bother using it. So Wildcard's is actually in dead last. I'm actually kind of surprised. Because of that list, I almost feel like Wildcards is my least favorite. Not because I hated Wildcards, but of those 4, I just felt like they didn't exist when they were around. Like, I felt like their impact was just kind of low. Like, Potion Gems, Wish Gems, Elemental Stars, they all made a pretty big impact, either positive or negative, or kind of in between somewheres there. But, like, they made a pretty, like, an actual impact. Wildcards, it was basically just a gem that just kept getting matched with stuff. And you would just occasionally get, like, a burst of mana. I just felt like there was a lot less strategy with it. And I think the other issue with them is because it could connect with any color, they would just go off the board so quickly. They're not like the other gems where they kind of linger for a little while and kind of have a presence. They kind of just exist for half a second and they're gone because they literally match with everything around them. So as soon as they're on the board, they're already gone moments later. I think the main reason why it might be so high is because a lot of people still like using the Centurion. Which honestly seemed like a really broken troop, and probably still is. Though I'm not a fan of using it, to be honest. I've tried a lot of Centurion teams, and they're just not for me. Like, he seemed like super ultra broken when he first came out. And he is still pretty high up there as far as like overall viability. But, I don't know, I just do not like the playstyle that he has. I'd rather build like a Skull Loop team. Well, I guess he can be used in Skull Loop teams, but I'd rather build a Skull Loop team that doesn't use him than try to build one that does. Here's an interesting premise for Skull Spam teams, though. Because it gives Skull Spam teams something that they didn't have in the past. The capability of accumulating 1 billion mana. Because, of course, you do not get any mana when matching skulls. Well, unless you cascade a bunch of stuff. However, Centurion kind of changes that because it converts all the skulls into, like, infinite mana. But you can also just do that with double converters, like Divinish Ball Aquilin combo and other similar things. Where you can just feed mana back and forth to each other. And they still do Skull Spam while feeding all the mana you need. Yeah, AoE teams are still fun. Submerge is definitely a big liability to them, though. We also haven't really gotten any new good AoE options for quite some time. A lot of the ones we have been getting in recent times have been pretty average or useless. So hello Gadget, hello Genki, welcome, welcome. Hello Mobarashi, hope everyone's been well. Hope you all enjoyed the weekend. Hope you all did good on the Vault event. Hey, we got an Anu there. We're still going strong on it. Our main goal for this stream is we're going to keep going until we get 2 more chests. We already got 1 this stream. But that's our main goal. Keep streaming till we get 2 more. Regardless of how long it takes. That is the goal at this point. However long it takes to get 2 more chests. What do we need here? Ideally purple. The problem is this board doesn't want to give us any. Like, at all. So I'll kill out the Raid Slayer just in case. Never know. Sometimes it likes randomly killing your Zugoff. We'll be streaming until reset. We could. 2 mimics. I know. When we did the poll earlier, I was still surprised by people saying like, it actually took like 3+ hours to find a mimic. Because our worst of worst hours took us 1 hour and 43 minutes. I have not gotten anything worse than that. And this was pretty early on too. So there wasn't as much time to get like a super outlier. Because I was really surprised when we did that poll like a week back that like 3+ hours was, it wasn't like overwhelmingly winning the poll, but it had a good number of votes. Like I think it almost made up 1/3, I can't remember at the time. But it made up a good number, more than I would have expected. Because I would say on average is about 1 per hour. Oh, obviously it could be way luckier or way, way, way unluckier. Though I found the same thing when we were doing curse gnomes too. Like we're actually getting some pretty decent curse gnome rates, and then other people would like say what theirs are. It's like, wait, are we getting like way above average? Though I think we actually did do a little bit good on curse gnomes when that feature came out in 6.1, the previous patch to 6.2. That brought in this mimic feature. Honestly, I hope they keep bringing in features like this. I still feel like they could be implemented a little bit better. However, I absolutely love the last 2 patches, the last 2 major patches. At least conceptually. In the sense that they added something that we can actually immediately do. Because I really hate when they do patches where it's like this major patch. And then it's like, oh, you can't access any of it. Until like multiple days from now or weeks from now. And then it's like, okay, well, the patch didn't happen yet then. It's like patches where there's something like very immediately objective based that we could try doing. Like one of those that had a weird delay was when they did it for the Journey event. Because the Journey event didn't come till like 3-4 weeks after the patch or something. And I believe the day of the patch there was like almost nothing or literally nothing. And it's like, oh, okay, well, what are we supposed to do then? Like a major patch just came out. It did nothing yet. So it wasn't even like the patch came out until like another week or 2. Because all it did was set up the new kingdom that they were going to release, as well as the Journey event. That still has only happened once, by the way. We still have not gotten a single other Journey event since the very first one. Which I'm not sure what on earth is up with that. I thought they would maybe do it for every single kingdom, but apparently that's not happening because it would have happened by now. So apparently they're only going to be doing it when new kingdoms come. So when on earth is the next new kingdom? Which we don't currently know. Though I assume it's sometime this year. When, who knows? Probably this summer sometime. If I had to guess. We also still never had Nexus as an event yet. Nexus has actually had 0 total events since its event. Which is relevant because you'll be able to get a lot of weapons then. And also if you already haven't gotten all the troops by then, you'd be able to get all the troops from the event queue drop table as well. Even the ones that were money locked. Those are already in the drop table now, but you know, they're not like super accessible. Because you have to complete RNG. Look to me. You have to completely RNG into them. But if we ever get the Nexus event, event keys will be able to just target them down very easily. Yeah, I never finished the achievement either. I did half of it. I'm not sure if the points carry over, but I'll find out when the next Journey event actually ends up occurring. But yeah, there's a lot of people that haven't finished it. It's currently sitting at 0.1%. It is the second most unachieved... Hey, we just got a curse gnome, nice. But it's the second most unachieved... where'd it go? It is the second most unachieved achievement in the entire game. Or at least on the Steam version. The only one that is less achieved is finding this Horde Mimic. That is still such a low number that's showing as 0%. There is more than 0, obviously, on Steam that have it. But due to how Steam tracks it, it is such a low number that it doesn't even want to register as 0.1. It is that low. And you can see that people are still doing it because 0.3 is for the Mimic thingy. But the number is just so low, it refuses to even register as a decimal of a %. Which I find really funny. That's how rare the thing we're hunting for is. Let's see, what to get over. What do we even need here? We'll take the brown. Get a flamer for down. Also, don't you dare try running away. I see it in your eyes. You want to run away with the cursed runes we don't need. All 14 of them. There we go. That reminds me, I never handed out a code for when we got the first Mimic, did I? Maybe we'll save it for the next Mimic then. At this point. Hopefully we'll get it soon. Because that's our last code that we're going to have for a while. Unless Kafka gives us more. I messaged her multiple times. Though me messaging her multiple times does not mean she'll reply any quicker. It just means it keeps bumping it up. So hopefully it'll be at the top of her list and she'll actually see it. Yeah, that's the main reason why I message her over time. Just in case she's getting messaged by like a few dozen people. It'll keep bumping it up. Because I have no clue how many messages she normally gets. Hello, Roman. Welcome. You want to go to sleep sometime tonight? Well, we're not going to be taking that long to get another chest, I would assume. I would sure hope so. Who knows? Might be getting it right here. The magical 5 times. Oh, I'll take that over for now. Get our other destroy. I'm just gonna let it die to burn. No code till Brooklyn. That reminds me, didn't the Sonic movie finally come out? I still never watched the first one. It came out like right before the pandemic and I was going to go with a friend. And then we never did, so I never ended up seeing it overall because I didn't bother going. But I was going to do it for then, but then just never went around to it. Because then at that point the pandemic started happening and it's like, oh, well, I guess we're not going out at any point. But, I don't know, was it any good? Because I knew like initially, like the first one was like so bad initially and then they made it amazing. And I've heard that this next one is actually not that bad either. I haven't been to the movies in so long. I probably wouldn't see it though. I always find it interesting when there's like actually like good movie adaptations of games. I'm really curious how on earth the oh, it's not out yet. Okay, so still another like week or two. But I'm really curious to see how the Mario movie will do. Because there's some kind of weird Mario movie that I don't even think we really know what the premise even is. Other than it's Mario. That's coming out like I think at the end this year. Unless it gets delayed, which of course it could very easily get delayed. But I believe it was scheduled for holiday this year. Which seems like something that will do like either insanely good or insanely bad. Like it's either going to be really funny for the right reason or really funny for the wrong reason. Because it's so bad. That time will tell. Video game movies of adaptations just always seem to be kind of towards the lesser side. But recently, some of them have been actually doing pretty good. I know, it has to be better than the 90s one. I was gonna say, wasn't that the last one that ended up happening? Like, that set such a low bar that literally anything would be better. Such an absurdly low bar. Oh, you know what other game was getting a adaptation that I still had no clue what even happened with because I don't normally keep up with it that much? That one, Five Nights at Freddy's series, was going to get a movie. And given how complex the lore was, I'm really curious how they were going to tackle it. However, I'm not sure if it's canceled or delayed indefinitely or delayed a lot. I'm not sure what happened with that. Like, that game's lore is so convoluted that I have no clue how they would make it into like a 1.5 hour movie. Oh, don't give us verse 4. That's the one we have a billion of. Whatever happened to our verse 2, our verse 2 luck? Because we were doing so absurdly good on verse 2s earlier. But today we haven't gotten a single one. Though in all fairness, we haven't really been getting many of the verses at all. I think that's our second or third one to stream. Though we are doing a game mode where you'd farm them a lot slower. Obviously, if you really want a lot of verses, you'd be doing, Explore 1 quick kill, ideally with Dust Devils. You think Bill Warhammer is broken? Well, isn't he just saying lyrics from a song? I'm not sure what song, though. That's something I haven't done in such a long time. I felt like I haven't really done that since college. I listen to, like, no music these days. Or, you know, like, no lyrical music, I should say. Like, I can't even remember the last song I've even listened to that had any lyrics in the last, like, 2 or 3 years. Do the verse gnomes appear less based on the leveled player? No. They appear more based on if there's a vault event or not, and there's been a vault event all week, so they've been appearing a lot more. However, their rate is exactly the same, regardless of what your level is or any other factor. The only factor that manipulates how much or how often you see them is it a vault event or not? And if it is, like right now, they appear more often. However, after this vault event is over, then they'll be pretty infrequent. But right now, you can generally get several per hour if you do really low-level Explore. And the reason for low-level Explore is because you can cycle through battles quicker. Oh, I understand your question now. But no, it is actually the same. Like, Explore 1 and Explore 12 both have the exact same chance of giving you a Verse Gnome. The main difference is you can cycle through battles way quicker on Verse 1. So even though my chance to get a Verse Gnome is the exact same on Explore 12, I'm winning Explore 12 anywhere from like 2 times to 3 times slower than if we were doing Explore 1. So we were just getting like 2 times or 3 times less. Not because the difficulty is giving a ratio that is less, but simply because we're winning at a slower rate. Not that this team wins slowly, but you know, it's a lot easier to win quickly on Explore 1 than it is on Explore 12. But Explore 1 doesn't help us with these Mimic hunting, which is the main thing we're trying to do right now. Though it would allow you to farm the Vault event quite easily. Because you would get a lot of verses, you would get a lot of Vault keys, other various loots. It's also where you should be farming most likely if you're doing Nomapaloozas. Though some people do opt for the middle range and run like a Phoenicia and like explore 5, 6, or 7. Or even a Rowan in a similar range. And most people by that point would just run Phoenicia. We didn't really mess with the mid-range Phoenicia that much this week. I thought I would a little bit more, but then I started just grinding Explore 12 and was like, I might as well stay here. Maximize Mimic potential. Because Phoenicia this week would have been a nice middle ground between the two. Also, that reminds me, given that I have done mostly this, I wonder what our trophy count is. Because that's probably a good number to about how much we've ran Explore 12 this week overall. I'm actually not even sure what the number is. I wonder where we are placed in the guild. If I had to guess, we're probably 6th place on trophies. Maybe 7th? I'm not sure where to guess it, because I'm not sure how many people really went crazy with it. I want to say 6. Let's see. Did we make 6th place for trophies this week? Hey, we got a Mimic. Okay, one more. Oh yeah, I did say it. When we found another one, I would hand out a code. Bill's been waiting for this. Oh yeah, the final code. He doesn't need to post another squirrel now. Also, I always find it funny because when I run out of codes, I end up saving a completely blank text document to my laptop, to the desktop, and I just always find that weird because I'm literally saving an empty file to my desktop because normally it has a bunch of codes in it, but I remove them one by one as I use them. But then when there's no codes left, it's literally just a blank document saved to my desktop, which I always find really funny. Any of the times when we actually run out of codes completely. Which happens probably a couple times per year. Sometimes we get them in advance enough where it doesn't happen, though. This time, not one of those times. So tomorrow we might not have codes if she doesn't get back to me by then. Or it'll be like one of those times where she'll literally get back to me as we end the stream. Because that has happened before. Where I literally get codes from her like 1 minute after we ended the stream. The one time she actually gave it to us during the stream, which was really funny. She actually stopped by and gave them to us. But there you guys go. There's the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found underneath your settings menu. Whatever game says in the bottom left corner right over there. Redeem code's right over there in chats. Copy paste the random numbers and letters starting with SQ. And give the same word as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Definitely feel free to leave a like on the video. Helps out a lot and is greatly, greatly appreciated. Or I should say on the stream. And only usable on PC mobile version of the game. Anyways, let's go get this Mimic already. And then we'll keep hunting till we find one more Mimic. And hopefully one of these two will be a 5 times Mimic. Because this one still can. It hasn't been determined yet if it is or isn't. Oh yeah, I should probably stop the timer. It took us about 30 minutes. Which isn't too bad. Took us 30 minutes for the second one. First one was closer to like 45. Come on, 5 times. Yes! Moment of truth. Right here. Tonight. Right here. You were here. We even handed out a code for it. Horde Mimic time. Please? Please give me Horde. Please give me the Mythic. Please. If we get this right now, the stream is just ending. Yeah, I am done with the grind. Now, we'll keep going. We're probably going to have to do it for like another 100 hours. But if this is it. Let's see. Like, we are done. If we get it here. Where's my spider build? I don't have to use spider. I just like using spider. Alright, moment of truth. Our third 5 times Mimic. Is it really like a 10% chance of getting on this thing? Because you realize we haven't even gone like halfway through the odds. Not like it would make us any closer, but you know. We'll see. Also, I would like for you not to cast. You do have a Devourer somewhere in your arsenal that I would prefer you not to use. Let's see. We'll do that. Get a billion mana. Do that, and ideally land extra turn. Throw that down again, and repeat the cycle until he's dead. Throw another rope dart. Get a pokety poke. Repeat the cycle again. Rope dart you. Get the last bit of your mana. Claim the Mythic. Alright, moment of truth. I'm gonna luck this time. I haven't lucked all the other times. I'm lucking this time. Alright, 5 times Mimic. What do we have? 10 Nishas? I wish. 15 Nishas Mythic. You know, I was joking about it earlier. Our previous chest... So far we've gotten 2 chests, obviously. This is our third. The first one was 5 Anu, 5 Arania, 5 Guard. The second one was 10 guard, as in the worst possible chess. So the joke has been up to this point that the next one, which is this one right here, will be the exact inverse. Since we got the worst possible chess earlier, this will now be the best possible chess. So it's going to be like some amount of Nishas with the mythic and like something else. Though honestly, the best chess would be literally any mythic in here, or you know, the mythic troop. So what did we get token wise? Arania with guards. Could have been worse. Could have been better. But the real thing is, did we get the mythic? No! Well, at least we didn't get 10 guard. We got 5 Arania, 5 guard. But the hunt continues. Not even remotely done. The only bad thing about this grind is it doesn't matter how long you do it for. You're literally no closer to getting it than where you started. Because unless you get lucky and actually get it, you're literally at the exact same place. Because there's no pity system for it. So, oops, this is not the team I want to be using. Whoops, wrong team. But you're literally just as far after doing 100 hours of grinding and not getting it as you are if you literally grinded for 0 hours. Like, you got a bunch of loot along the way, of course. Like, a lot of loot. But from the standpoint of odds of getting the actual mythic, you're not any closer whatsoever to getting the mythic. But the hunt continues. And we'll keep going till we find one more chest tonight. The never-ending hunt. Honestly, this might be like a month-long hunt. We might be doing this all the way to the 6-year anniversary of the channel. Hey, we got a troop there. But yeah, this might go literally till the 6-year anniversary of the channel. Us trying to get this thing. Oh, I actually do need this pet. I had a feeling I did. I just wanted to double check. Let me go grab it real quick. Actually, might as well stop the timer then. Which is what we're doing right now is completely unrelated to it. Oh, I forgot to go check where I was in my guild standing. I meant to go do that, then got distracted by 5 times chess. Let's see. What was I doing? Guild. How many trophies did we end up doing? I said we'd be 6th place, I think, relative to our guild. I haven't actually checked a single time this entire week, so maybe we're very far off from where I think we are. Let's see. I said 6. We are currently in 1. I said 6th or 7th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th, 8th, 9th. Okay, I'm way off. 10th, 11th. We're 11th place. Gosh, the guild did some grinding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, yeah, we made 11th. Oh, gosh. We're like in the middle of our guild. Because this is like what the middle area looks like. So I guess we did a bit better than the middle. Like the middle's like 3,000-ish. We did 3,700. Most of that was one. Oh, no. Actually, that was 2 trophies at a time, but it was the slower 2 trophy method. The quicker 2 trophies, of course, Phoenicia. But yeah, a lot of people in my guild did a lot of grind. Anyways, let's go back to here. And continue that grind. Oh, wait, never mind. I wanted to go do, not this. But while we're here, I guess we'll do one battle. Especially since there's a gnome there. But I wanted to go do the pet real quick before I forget. Because I will forget. Like I literally already just forgot. Let's see, I'll take that down. There we go. The slacker. Yeah, we're right in the middle. That's not that bad, though. 3,000 something trophies still a lot. Anyways, let me go do this pet before I forget to finish it. You've been out of the game for almost 2 years. What happened to Salty? Oh yeah, she doesn't work for the company anymore. But if you're wondering where her streams are, no one really streams in her place. I think they've done 3 live streams since she's been gone. I'm not sure why it's so few. But yeah, they almost like completely stopped doing anything related to live streams. Or communicating with the community. When we lost the community manager. Like, they still do. But at, like, such a ridiculously low frequency compared to before. Like, I think the last message we even heard from a dev was them announcing the St. Patrick's Day week thing. Which was done, like, a week and a half ago. But yeah, she wrote the entire storyline for Puzzle Quest 3 as well. We ended up reading through that the week, a couple weeks ago. Those few Puzzle Quest 3 streams that we ended up doing. She wrote the whole storyline for it. It was decent. I felt like it ended a bit abruptly, though. But I actually made sure, even though I played that game prior, not to read any of the storyline until we did the stream for it upon launch. Well, technically launch. It's still in beta, but, you know, it basically launched. What do I even need here? I'm just gonna take that for now. Start getting this Phoenicia rolling. Oh, wait, why am I running... Oh, duh, because I'm doing, I thought I was in the Explore thing for a second. But we're trying to get this pet real quick. And then we'll go back to the Explorer. And then we'll start the timer back up as well. Because I was, like, looking at the stats. I was like, wait, that's a weird in-between. I'll throw that down. Oh, yeah, I'm running Bronze Lock Pistol version of this. Which, I don't know. I prefer the Skull Spam version. The Writhing Staff version of this. This is like the only one that I feel like I still have set to this one for whatever reason. I just never bothered changing it. And still haven't bothered changing it because we're using it right now, apparently. Has the benefit of mana accumulation, but it's really bad at cleaning the enemy. Hey, we got 3 copies. Nice. I can actually go get a little upgrade for the little guy. What's he even do a bonus for? I don't remember. Obviously for something. Oh, we got a Barkley too. This gives us a little bit extra gem mastery. Oh, we could have had a 0.000000001% higher surge chance in every battle that we've been doing. Oh no, we've been missing out. That might have been 1 surge in 1 battle across however many battles we've done since then. Let's see. Where's the other one? Upgradable. I need you. What bonus are you again? Oh, it's Rogue bonus actually pretty good. Rogue Spider team. Ooh. How's this guy so unleveled? I guess he's a relatively newer pet, isn't he? Yeah, he's so unleveled. He's only at 2.5. Almost feel like buying him up. Rogue's actually pretty good typing. He's a Rogue Spider. Like, it was a typing that was kind of average and then became insanely good out of nowhere. That button being there is kind of annoying. This one right here. Like, I was trying to click on the kingdom and it's like, oh, click on the other thing. Anyways, alright, we're good to go. Let's go back to the grind then. Back to the grind. Oh yeah, I could have just paused the timer. We already had like 1 minute started on it. I keep forgetting I can click this to stop the timer. Before I didn't have a button set up for it, but now I do. Because I needed it for Pokemon Legends Arceus for something. And then it also works for every stream we do. So now I can pause it now. It always was pausable, I just never had it hotkey to anything. I just have it hotkey to one of the many mouse keys on my mouse. It makes it very easy to just pause it anytime we need to pause it over and over again without actually resetting the timer, which is very convenient. The only problem is the occasional times when the program bugs out and just pauses it for no reason and then crashes the whole thing. That's very rare though, that does happen. Oh, there's an Easter stream planned? Ooh. Are they gonna drop any big spoilers for stuff? So that's in about a month from now if they're going to do an Easter stream. What mouse am I using? I'm just using, actually, I don't even remember the name of this one. I've been possibly looking around to actually replace out my keyboard and mouse at some point so that they're both uniform. However, I'm currently using a very generic keyboard. I think it's like one of those like standard like weird Dell ones. But I want to get like a proper mechanical keyboard at some point. And the mouse we're currently using is a decent Logitech one. I was using Razer DeafAdder one for a while, but then had some issues with some of them, so I just ended up switching over to this Logitech one, which has been doing pretty decent. But I'm still looking to end up upgrading both my keyboard and my mouse. I just want them both to be done at the exact same time, so I can thematically get them both similar. Because I want to get a nice proper mechanical keyboard for once. I've never actually owned one. Especially once we get into actually typing a lot more for coding and stuff, I want to have like a proper keyboard. That's like actually good. Because my current one, I'm literally using like a $5 like generic like office one. Like one of those like really generic office brand ones that I got for like $5 at a flea market like a decade ago. And I've never actually used like a super high quality, high end keyboard before. And I just considered doing that with like a super high end mouse. Because I generally use like mid-range mouse most of the time. Never anything at like the highest of highest end. Which, given what we do, it would kind of make sense to invest in a good one. What we have is perfectly fine though for everything. So I'm not in like an immediate need to do it. But I figured if I'm doing the keyboard, which is the main one I want to do, is replace out the keyboard. But if I'm going to be doing the keyboard, I might as well do both the two things. But I'll do it at some point, not in like a huge rush to get it done. But yeah, this keyboard, gosh, this keyboard's like as old as this channel. Now that I think about it. Though so is this mic technically, which is another thing I want to replace out at some point. Because out of everything in our entire setup, the most dated two objects are definitely our mic and our keyboard. The keyboard is, I believe, 7 years old. And the mic is almost 6 years old. The technology has definitely advanced quite a bit since then. Let's see. Oh yeah, Isabel, it's been doing really good, the mouse. I do greatly appreciate it. The only thing I find weird about this mouse, which I still don't understand, is, like I have multiple different Logitech products, and there's actually one little, like, hub program that tracks, like, everything with each Logitech product. But, the thing I don't understand is, it still doesn't want to track this mouse properly. Like, as far as, like, adjusting everything in that program. Like, I can still adjust it through other means. But in that exact program, like, I can adjust my webcam and a few other things. Or, you know, literally everything that's Logitech attached to this computer. But for whatever reason, this exact mouse does not want to register to this day. I'm not sure why. I tried troubleshooting it, and not a single one of the solutions worked. Luckily, there's alternative ways to change all the settings for it, which is pretty convenient. Because anything that has a rebinding system, you can normally rebind in the program itself, so you can rebind the mouse keys that way. And you can end up adjusting sensitivities through just your general mouse sensitivity slider that's uniform across your entire computer, rather than to the mic to the mouse itself. Which would be bad if you're switching between multiple mice, but because of course we're just sticking with the one, ends up working out pretty well. Hey, Anisha. Oh yeah, I really like RGB products too. I don't have like a super ultra colorful setup though. But I do like this thing cycling through its color. It's at least a really good response for when something's on or off as well, which I really like. Because sometimes something randomly gets unplugged and it's like, wait, is it still working? But it has like a really clear indicator for when it does accidentally get unplugged. Because gosh, do I have a lot of cords going all over the place. I really need better cord management at some point. Because we have multiple dozens going in every which direction here. And while I generally know like what's going to what, sometimes I don't. It could take like 5 minutes just trying to figure out like, oh, where does this one go to this thing? Luckily, some of them have like a different design for the cord or like some kind of specific logo on the end USB thing. So it's a little bit easier to tell. Like, I think most of the Razer products, actually, am I even using any that are still attached to this? Actually, I don't think I have a single Razer product even attached to this anymore. But I know those kind of had like an indicator on the end. Can't remember what other ones do. But yeah, this mouse actually has been holding up longer than my other mouse. The previous Razer mouse I ended up getting lasted for 1 year. And this one, I believe, is already over a year? I can't remember how long it's been exactly. But it's showing no signs of deterioration or anything. It's doing good. Which is kind of weird, because the previous Razer mouse I had of the exact same brand lasted for, like, 7 years? 8 years? Actually, I believe I'm still using it for the other computer now that I think about it. So it's still going. So that one's been going for, like, 7-8 years. Like, it's about as old as the keyboard. But for whatever reason, I got another one of it that broke within a year. Which makes, like, no sense. I'm not sure if they just started making them cheaper or what. But, like, the exact same mouse, exact same brand. And I'm still using one of them to this day, and the other one broke within a year. I could take a skull there. We don't even have burning yet, so we can't get that extra damage going. I was, hello, Borbath, welcome. Or Barif, I mean. I'm not sure what I thought there was an extra B. What did you get in your third Horde Mimic? Oh yeah, did I forget to add it? No, I remembered. We ended up getting 5 Arania, 5 Guard. Unfortunately, no Mythic. We tried. You should add products you need to a public Amazon wish list. I've never bothered doing that before in the past. Actually, I did end up getting something off of Amazon earlier. I got extra. I think I mentioned it earlier to stream, didn't I? But I'm not sure if you might have been here. I can't remember. But I ended up getting some exercise clothing for when we do our Ring Fit Adventure live stream. I think I might do the first stream for it on Tuesday. We'll see. Because I want to start doing that on a somewhat regular basis. The streams will be rather sporadic, though. It'll basically be, do I want to exercise today? And if so, we're just going to randomly do it. In the past, this was just done off stream. However, if we're going to be doing a series on it, well, we'll just stream it every time we do it then. And that'll also keep me actually doing it. So the stream schedule for it will probably be pretty sporadic. I'll try to have it up at least a few hours in advance when I'm going to do it. Because generally if I'm going to be exercising on a given day, or specifically with that, I'll be able to know kind of in advance, like, you know, when I'll have time that day to kind of do it. However, the schedule for it will be pretty sporadic. Because it's not like I'll be planning, like, this day, every single time will be this exact time exercising. You know, it'll kind of just be whenever we're up for it. Let's see, I'll take that over. Did I get a headband? No, I'm not a fan of those headbands or anything like that. I only got a good exercising shirt and pants. I didn't get any other kind of exercising product. But I've never been a big fan of sweatbands. I don't even sweat too much. And if I do, it's generally not by the head area for the most part. Plus, you can literally just use a towel for it. I never really understood the point of having, like, a band for it. A headband of sorts. Because wouldn't that headband get, like, so absurdly overused after, like, just a few workouts? Like, people who actually do sweat, like, a lot from the head. Wouldn't that be, like, an almost unusable product after, like, a week or a month? Like, I wouldn't want to use a headband like that after... Like, I know you wash it and everything, but still. Like... I feel like it'd be unusable in a month. Like, if you, like, really exercise a lot in a month and wore a headband the entire time, I don't understand how that product would hold up for that long. I'd rather just use a towel. Like, you know, the whole purpose of what they're for. That thing that dries you off your body. That already has the purpose for doing so. I guess a headband makes a little bit more sense if you're, like, out in public doing it. Potentially. But if you're doing that at, like, your own house, I don't see the point in doing a headband. Like, if you're, like, jogging or, like, at an actual, like, you know, gym, it kind of makes a bit more sense. But if you're doing it, like, literally in your house, I don't get the point of using a headband. Seems kind of counterproductive. Then wrap the towel around your head. I definitely don't sweat enough from the head for that to ever be relevant. And I think the main reason for that is I have like really oily skin naturally. So because it's already like kind of like that, it doesn't actually sweat as much. Like I do definitely still sweat, but like probably less than the normal person. Because my body's like almost always doing it. Because my pores are weird. Let's see, I'll take that over. Because it's not like a normal body where it does it like all at once when it needs to cool it off. It kind of just does it like gradually over time, regardless of situation. Which means when it actually needs to sweat, it doesn't do as much. You haven't been able to join for the last couple days. So do you have the new mythic card yet? Nope. We would be done. This stream would not be going if we were if we had it. I even said that when we were opening up the previous one when we just got it 5 times today. Like if we get this, the stream's over. We're going for one more chest right now until we get one more. But yeah, we didn't get it. We didn't get it yet. Well, if nothing else, at least we'll have a really strong incentive to keep doing Explore like crazy for the next month, week, a couple weeks, years. Better not take years to find this thing, gosh. Could you imagine still hunting for this that long into the future? Let's see, 100 pity. Oh, you finally hit 100 pity, nice. So after hitting 100 pity, you got 1,797 Volkeys, 208 epic Volkeys, 21 levels. What level did you start at? 14,500 trophies. Oh gosh. And 370 cursed runes. Are you done yet? Sounds about right. Wow, that's a lot. What's the highest that was in my guild? What even is our highest? 16,513. Wow, they went kind of crazy on it then. Wow, that's a lot. They really... I see why their name is El Loco. That is a crazy amount of grind. You're level 1,845 now? Nice. What level are we these days? We're still at the need to get to 1,800 category. I know, I made it smaller. Oh no! I have ruined the dimensions of my border. I must fix it by 2 pixels. There we go. That'll bother me forever if I don't. What is 100 pity? 100 pity keys. Which is a lot. I think on normally I would get like 20 to 40. I actually have a really low amount this time. I think I'm only at 11 or 12. 12. The reason why our number is so low this time around though... Hey, we got a purple. What's that even from? Oh, I think it was upgrading to pet. But the reason why our number is so low, only at 12 pity this time, is I only ran 1 Palooza. If you ran a lot more Paloozas, you'd have way, way more. And literally all Tyrant is doing is running Paloozas, so it becomes a very big number. It does have a diminishing return, though. By like 50 or 60, you're barely getting any per Palooza. And where you're currently at, you'll probably have to... Tyrant, how many paloozas do you have to do to even get a pity key? Isn't it like 2 or 3 by the point you're at? Oh yeah, I have heard from some people that Loco tends to like, oh yeah, we finally got it. Tends to like skip away from guilds, but I really don't mind. If he's gonna grind like that during a vault week, and he wants to do that, and he wants to hop around, that's fine. Ideally, hopefully he won't do it during a guild war week, hop arounds. But, yeah, I don't mind if he does so. If he's gonna grind like that while he's here, that's perfectly fine. If he wants to hop around a bit. I don't get why people do that, but if he wants to, but while also grinding that much. Like, if he wasn't doing the requirements, then that would be one thing. But if he's hitting, like, that much grind, like, I don't mind if he leaves. Like, obviously, it would be nice if he stays. But, he's helping a lot while he's here, so that's fine. Let's see. Hopefully he doesn't leave. But if he doesn't, he definitely helped us a lot while he was here. Now, let's see what we got here. Final chest. Oh, no, we didn't get a 5 times. Though we can't really expect double 5 times. Well, there we go. We did it. It has been done. Well, we hit 35 total chests. Wow, that was a really quick one, too. 18 minutes? Almost makes me want to go for another one. Keyword on almost. So we're at 32-3. 32 total 2 times chests and 3 for the 5 times. I don't know. Should we go for one more? I'm going to pull it. Should we go for one more? Or give up for now? Let's do one last poll. Also, for our star poll, it looks like Elemental Star won out as the least favorite seasonal power gem that does not include Lycanthropy in the poll. Elemental Star ended up winning. Obviously, Lycanthropy would win if it was included. Let's do a quick poll real quick. Should we do one more or just call it a night for now? Let's see. Those might be a little bit biased by people who have already left who'd call it a night. But let's see. One more chest or call it a night. Let's see. What happens? Yes. Oh wait, that can be a yes or no, can it? One more. Good night. Let's see. There we go. Let's see what the poll gets. One more would set it at a 33-3. However, we're easily going to hit 33-3 tomorrow, so. But then again, we're mostly doing Tower of Doom tomorrow night. Because Tower of Doom's starting again tomorrow. For the week-long event thingy. Let's see. How's the poll coming? Currently, it says 100% want one more. Someone said good night. Yeah, it looks like overwhelmingly one more. Let's do one more. This will be the last one for sure, though. But that one was pretty quick, so yeah, we'll go for one more. One more it is. Though good night anyone who's going to bed. All of the chests. No, keep grinding until you have the mythic. No. Could you imagine? I almost wanted to do that on launch day. Then I realized the scope of what we were dealing with, and it was like, nope. Could you imagine if you tried doing that since launch? You could have streamed for 50 hours straight and still not have the mythic. Like, you could do an 100 hours straight and still not get the mythic. If you were really unlucky, you could go for 200 hours straight and still not get the mythic. Though that's pretty unrealistic at that point. Though you could happen to not get it. If nothing else, at least one more chest will put us at a 3-3-3 most likely. Unless we get really lucky, then we'll be a 3-2-4. Realistically, it'll be a 3-3-3. Which will end out the week with a pretty funny number. Which will also be the exact 1/3. Or technically, we're already past the 1/3 mark. But it'll be the 1/3 of 2 times, if nothing else. But technically, we'd be at the, we're already at the 1/3 mark, technically. Yeah, 4K trophies? Nice. That's still a lot. Yeah, I always find it amazing how many trophies end up happening on Vault Week sometimes. Like, I feel like my average on an average week is like 1,000-ish, give or take a little. Yet you see, like, Vault numbers, and it's like, oh, multiple thousands. There we go. How many Nisha medals do you think you can grind before you hit a 5 times? Oh, gosh. I would say on average 3. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but when it comes to niches, that's actually quite a bit. Like, it sounds like a pretty small number, but that's definitely not a small number for niches. For that kind of resource. It might even be a little bit higher than that. Because we've gotten... I want to say 14 or 15 niches. Over the course of 3-5 times. Which means on average we were getting 4 to 5. Oh gosh, the wish gem. No, how could you? It still wants to curse us one last time as it exists. But that means we found 4 or 5 niches per 5 times. Or, you know, in between. So when I said 3, that's almost right. It's like 4 or 5, I think. Probably 4. Let's just say 4. That seems like a nice in between. You get about 4 niches between every 5 times, roughly. Obviously, it's very luck-based, which how exact number. But it seems like it's about 4 niches in between. And it's not counting if you get 2 times or 5 times niches from the chests. That's just the niches in between is about 4 per thing. Because I only hit did we only hit Nisha 2 times once? And we never hit on a 5 times. We did hit Anno in 5 times. But not a Nisha yet. Alright, well, we got the poll there. We know the results. Let's see, should we do one other poll? The poll. We did a poll earlier this week asking if people liked polls. I think the funnier thing about it is that it was like a 50-50 vote at one point. I think it was mostly people just trolling. Because by the end of it, it was like 80% positive or something. I'm not sure how you could possibly word that poll in a way that doesn't sound like a joke, though. Because this is such a meta question in itself. A poll that asks if you like polls. Oh no, I gave him full mana again. It sounds so wrong. I don't mean that kind of poll. Get your head out of the gutter. Oh, let's see. I'll throw that down. Oh yeah, the poll with just yes or no was really funny. That was so unintended as well. Because my other computer was just laggier than I've ever seen it lag during a stream. And, like, the poll, like, tried to get set up while on it. But, YouTube lagged so hard that it just published the poll with literally nothing. So it was a yes or no question of absolute nothingness. I'm pretty sure yes won. Though I actually can't remember now. We could always repoll it. We could always repoll the random void. I wonder if it would change over time. Though we can't do it too often or we'd lose the novelty of it. So I don't think we could poll it again today. It would be too soon. $69 or not $69. Do you not do straw polls? We used to, but now we just do it through YouTube itself. Because it's easier that way. Because YouTube actually finally has a good way of doing it. YouTube has had ways to do polls for a couple years now. However, they've only had a good system for it in the last year or so. Prior to then, we used straw polls. Like 5 years back, 6 years back. We were still using straw polls. But now we just use the integrated system on YouTube. $9,000 trophies this week. Nice. Congrats. Or I assume that's what you mean. Because the number you actually typed is 9 million. Which I'm pretty sure is impossible. But yeah, 9,000 sounds right. That's still really good, though. Oh no, I'm yawning. That's the only problem with one more. Yeah, I did not get good sleep last night. Still feel kind of sick right now, too. It's mostly like stomach ache sick, not like, you know, not sick. Something disagreed with me. Can't think of what I ate in the last day or two that would have. Oh, I had shrimp the other day. Maybe the shrimp wasn't good. That might have been what it was. Might have been the shrimp. Oh, where's the caffeine? No, I didn't want to do caffeine tonight. I've been drinking too much of it lately. I'll catch you later, Defiant. Thanks for stopping by. You're on 8,600. Nice. You're almost over 9,000. Actually, you could probably get over 9,000 if you try. There's still plenty of time. Still another 5 hours. We'll go till we get one more chest. Oh gosh. I'm not sure if I'll last that long though, gosh. Hopefully it won't take too long. But you never know with these things. Could take like 10 minutes, could take 10 hours. No, it definitely wouldn't take 10 hours. The most it could possibly take is like 2 hours. Realistically, 1 hour. Oh, maybe I do need caffeine. But I might end up doing the video for tomorrow a little bit in midday. I want to try waking up to do it in the middle of the night, though. Because the problem with trying to do it midday is it moves everything else I want to get done in the day over. And sometimes the thing that gets moved more often than not is the video. And then sometimes it gets moved so far away that it's almost like the nightly stream. And then by then it's like, oh, well, I guess we're doing it tomorrow then. But I'm going to try to get it done tomorrow morning then. Because anything later than that, it almost always gets shoved to the next day. Oh, there is one nice thing about all this grind. We have so many medals. Like, we were nearly at 0 Yasmins. We're currently at 32. I think we're as low as like 5. We've gotten like 27 Yasmins in a week or something. Look at our guards, or Orpheuses. I don't even think I've ever seen triple-digit number for a medal. Obviously, it's not triple-digit number yet. It doesn't cap at 99, right? It should still keep going. I would assume so. What resource doesn't in this game? But it's kind of suspicious that's at 99. But yeah, I still haven't seen a single resource be 100 yet. We're almost there. How many more pieces of Orpheus do I even need? Because we're like right there. I need... Oh gosh, we're not even close. Oh yes, we are. I need 3 more pieces of an Orpheus to have our first ever 100 medal. Triple-digit medal. Because I've actually never had triple-digit of a medal before. Normally they would get consumed before then. But we've been grinding so hard that we almost have triple Orpheus. I mean, 100 Orpheus, or, you know, 100 of a single metal. Also, for whatever reason, I'm not sure why, but Orpheus metal does have the highest drop rates on Explore 12. Or, you know, of the things on Explore 12, it's the thing that drops the most. It's a little bit weird. You wouldn't really expect, like, oh, this, like, third rarity thing is the most common thing on max difficulty, but it actually is. Due to how the breakdown for it works. Why don't I end up converting some of them? We could. I've mostly been trying to save those curse runes for colored scrolls, though. But we definitely could convert them at some point. I just really haven't yet. We need more curse runes for it. Yeah, I know that we can have over 100 of a metal. I just found it funny that we happen to have like just under. Who knows? Maybe we'll even have that to stream. We just have to find 3 Orpheuses. That should actually be relatively easy. Like realistically, 3 to 4 chests should have 3 total Orpheuses. Actually, maybe 5. Because I believe it's like a 20-something% chance that you would get at least 1 Orpheus. Can't remember the percents off the top of my head. Like, it's almost a 1 in 3. It's very close to a 1 in 3. That you would get an Orpheus from a, at least one singular Orpheus from a level 12 chest. Not to mention, when we finally find that Mimic, might have a 2 times in it. That way we can get twice the number of disappointments. We could double our disappointment. That's even better than standard disappointment. What's even funnier is when you get quad disappointment. Or why did I say quad? Wait, penta. Penta disappointment. When you get the 5 times guard or something similar. The ultimate level of disappointment in Gems of War. A 10 guard 5 times mimic chest with no mythic. Like, I wouldn't mind a 10 guard mimic, I mean a 10 guard 5 times chest if it had a mimic in it. Like, that would be one of the best chests I've ever seen. Even though the other part of it's 10 guard. I still can't believe some people have 2 copies of this thing already. Though once we have 1, you know we're going to find like a billion back-to-back. Like, you know the distance from us going from 1 to 5 is going to be... Like, we're going to hit 5 of this thing in probably less time than it took to find 1. Not even because we're going to be grinding more, because obviously we'd probably be grinding less after we finally have 1. But just because RNG will be like, oh, you already have 1. Time to give you all of them now. You don't need them anymore. Let's hope that doesn't happen, though. That'd be kind of funny if it did. We would definitely have to set a team of just horde mimics. That is for sure. If nothing else, even if we get a disappointing 2 times chest, at least those will finally be the stream we hit a... Well, not only did we get a 5 times earlier, but it'll also be the stream where we get our first ever triple-digit medal, which is a fun way to end this week off. You got a 15 guard, ouch. But that's technically better than a 10 guard. Not by much, though. Hey, Nisha! And there's one of our Orpheuses we need. Why am I, like, almost more interested in the Orpheus? We just got a Nisha. The only problem with this event is it's making me, like, not like Nisha as much. Like, not that we hate when we get a Nisha, obviously we really like it. But, like, it's not like what we're directly looking for, so when it happens, it's like, oh, there it is. Like, it's not as big of an impact as before. Because it's no longer, like, the biggest loot we're looking for. It is now the second biggest loot we're looking for. But now that's the second biggest, it doesn't feel like it's anything now. The true loot now is the mythic prize. Or, you know, not the Nisha itself, but the actual mythic horde mimic. Yeah, I just need 2 more Orpheuses to hit our first ever 100 medal. Which is probably the last milestone we're getting, because unless we're getting absurdly lucky to stream, the last mimic chest will probably just be like 2 guards with 2 Yasmins. "2022, I hate Nisha." Also, one thing I wish the game still tracked, it used to back in the day, but it doesn't track how many wins you have with a specific hero class. Back in the day, you used to be able to track it beyond 5,050. In the current state of the game, even if you only did battles doing 1 EXP each, it would only track it up to 5,050 battles. Because, you know, that's how much EXP you need to max the class. However, back in the day, it used to track how many total you had. Because I know in Archer, I'm pretty sure we had over 10,000 wins. But it just converted into the new EXP system when it happened. But it caps at 5,050. So there's actually nothing in the game anymore that tracks how many wins you have with a specific hero class. I'm curious how many we have with Slayer by this point. You can also track how many battles you would have done by that as well. Assuming you were doing the same EXP each time. You got the Curse Rune Mythic farming for the Mimic. Wait, you got the Curse Rune. Oh, nice! I was trying to process what you were saying for a second. But yeah, you got the new Mythic from the previous patch while trying to farm for the new Mythic from this patch. That's kind of funny. I didn't really think about that, but that probably happened to quite a few people now that you mention it. Because anyone who didn't previously... Like, anyone who didn't have the previous patch's Mythic trying to farm for this patch's Mythic probably ended up getting the old patch's Mythic. Because you would get so many Curse Runes along the way. Especially if you ran Paloozas. But even if you didn't, we've already hit like, what, 4 Curse Gnomes? 5 Curse Gnomes this week? Just naturally lingering around. Would have been way, way more, obviously, if it was Paloozas. These Paloozas are way better value for it. If your main goal is to hunt for Curse Gnomes. As well as Wolf Keys, obviously. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. The 100th medal. Look at how shiny it is. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Whoops. Let's go look at it. The glorious 100 medal. Oh, not what I wanted. Not what I... There we go. There it is. 100 medal of Orpheus. We now officially have 100 of a medal. For the first time ever. There we go. We got 1 milestone this stream. And we technically hit it 5 times Horde Mimic. So overall, pretty good stream. But, yeah, there we go. Our first ever triple digit. That's probably like nothing. There's probably like someone watching this right now who's on like 4 digits for a medal. But, that's still a lot. 3 digits for a medal. Though there definitely are some amount of people in this game that have 4-digit medals for like Orpheus or Guard or something similar. Though maybe not, because I assume most people would consume them before it would get that big. Like even if you're farming a lot, you probably would have consumed a good number of them. At some point, unless you just ran out of souls. So you're getting a bunch of souls while doing them as well. Not enough to keep up with the rate, but still a decent chunk. And now do that for 100 nishas. How many nishas are we at right now? Like 10? We're technically a tenth of the way there. Which at this point feels like how close we are to getting this mythic. Technically, we're actually 0% of the way there to get to this mythic. Like, we're never any closer every step we take. Which is the only problem with it having, like, literally zero pity system or anything similar. Is we are quite literally no closer right now than when we started. Of course, we got a billion loot along the way. But, from a did we get mythic standpoint, we're not any closer now than we were, a week ago. Which is one of the reasons why things like Zugoff was implemented in a pretty good way. Because even if we were getting a bit unlucky, you are at least always constantly getting progress towards it. Whereas this mythic, even something with like the cursed one from 6.1, like you were constantly getting progress for every single time you find a cursed gnome. Yes, it might take you forever to find a cursed gnome, but it gave you some amount of progress. You didn't have to hit like one single random roll. Like imagine if you had to, imagine if the way you got the previous mythic was to find a cursed gnome outside of a palooza, specifically outside of palooza, and then there was like a 1% chance he would drop. That's almost the equivalence of the rarity that this guy is right now. Like if you specifically had to find a cursed gnome specifically outside of a palooza event, and there was like a 1% chance to get the mythic. That's basically the chance of this guy, because it seems to be a triple 10%. Where you have a 10% chance to find it 2 times, a 10% chance to find it 2 times, a 10% chance at 2 times it 5 times, and the 10% chance that the 5 times has the mythic in it. Not sure if that's the exact number, but it sure feels like those what the numbers are. A 10, 10, 10%. All I see in stream is Golvania Kingdom screen. Wait, what? Wait, why is it not moving? Hold up, you're right. When did it freeze? Why is it stuck? You're right. 1 second. Why? I've never seen the game freeze before. Hello, game? Game? One moment. That's weird. Let's see. There we go. Okay, I'm not sure why I did that, but it is now fixed. Oh, that's weird. Huh. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, when did that freeze? That was weird. That is rather strange. I'm not sure why I did that. How long did it do that for? Yeah, it did it soon after we did the medals. Oh, wait, did you actually not get to see this thing? That's weird. Yeah, did the screenshot mess with it then? Yeah, it almost looked like the screenshot may have. That's weird. Yeah, it was around the screenshot time. Oh, I didn't actually get to show the 100 medals then. I should go redo it. That's weird. I've never seen a screenshot break my capture before. Is that a new bug with Steam? Did they add a new feature bug? I'm pretty sure they just added a new feature bug. That's weird. But anyways, yeah, we do have 100. I don't think you could see it on screen earlier. But there it is, the 100. In all of its 100 glory. That's weird. I have never once seen that happen. Where a screenshot on Steam crashed our capture of the game. Or froze it, I should say. I've seen it happen due to other reasons. But never because we took a screenshot. I guess it was quite a literal screenshot. It literally just stops the entire thing. The ultimate screenshot. I guess the button was a little too literal. Though what's weird is that it actually froze after the screenshot location. Because it didn't freeze until like 5 or 10 seconds after the screenshot was done. It's not like it froze exactly when I took the screenshot. It was like moments after. Though it would have been really funny if it froze exactly when the screenshot was taken. It went for the freeze frame. Gotta get the freeze frame in there. I showed it again. I can go show it again though. The glorious 100 medals. Nice for us. It's a nice milestone. We've never hit 100 yet. And now it's even higher. Well, actually, it's still 100 because it's not a full medal yet. But there it is. The 100. We're getting there. Eventually, it'll be 1,000. Wait, we have 10 niches right now. Theoretically, we kind of need 103 Orpheus medals. That way we can set 3 up there and then still have a screenshot of 100. Anyways, let's keep going. Chess isn't going to grind itself. I'm really curious how many people are going to use a Horde Mimic on next Guild War. Just because they can. Not because it's good. Because if we get Horde Mimic before next Guild War, I'm setting Horde Mimic in our next Guild War. I don't care how bad the team has to be to make it work. We're just going to make it work somehow. Like, if we're getting a Horde Mimic before then, we are using it. I don't care if it goes like 0-10, we're using it. Gonna try to make something work. We're probably not gonna use it offensively though. You just crafted Hatter Ascendant? Nice. Yeah, isn't that the one that requires blue orbs? That one is a bit more expensive. Because the one that was for orange isn't too bad. Oh yeah, it is next week's week, isn't it? Not Tower of Doom week, but the week after Tower of Doom. So unless they delayed again. Oh my gosh. Unless they delay it again. It's actually pretty much around the corner. Also, I might just go for a few more runs and then call it a night. I'm actually getting really tired. I do want to nap before I record the video, for the weekly video thingy thing. I'm also going to be going over Tower of Doom team, Soulforge, all that good stuff. I might even cover a video specifically on Tower of Doom. I haven't done it for a while. I'm not sure how to really structure it properly, though. Actually, maybe that will be our last poll. Oh no, would you want... Yeah, I guess that's like what we'd poll it at. Let's see. Create a poll. Would you want a quick, concise Tower of Doom guide or a longer one? Let's see. Quick, concise one. Longer, more elaborate. Let's see. Longer, more elaborate. Well, that may be slightly biased asking a stream of people watching a almost 3-hour long stream. Well, not everyone was here this entire time. Well, that'll be our last one we go for. I'm not sure if I will tomorrow if I have the time, though. I do want to. It's been a while since we covered Tower of Doom. Is this the first Tower of Doom of the year? Or second? No, this is the second one. Though if I do a longer, more elaborate one, I'm not sure if I can actually get it up tomorrow. We'll see if I can. Though the Monday video will have priority, obviously. And in that Monday video, we'll be kind of briefly going over it as well, just not, you know, not super in-depth. Let's see. I'll take that over. Oh gosh, my entire team, where'd it go? I had a team earlier and then it went away. We did have one. It was here momentarily. What a weird battle. Luckily, Zugov kills all. The one remaining Zugov. Hey, event key from the little guy. Too bad it wasn't the multi-drop. Normally when you see him in Paloozas, he's always giving you one regardless because it gets reduced down to 1. But he does have a 3 event key drop if I'm not mistaken. As well as a 4 gem key drop. You just don't get to see them as often. 8 blue orbs, nice. Congrats. Yeah, that's definitely the harder one. I had a feeling it was that one. Because if you're mentioning it's harder, it is definitely the blue one then. Because orange orbs aren't too bad to get. You do consume them a lot as you're progressing through the game. But they come in so much more frequently. That even if you're consuming a bunch, you still probably have more than blues. Like, blue's always the hardest one to get more of. It's always the bottleneck for them. I believe it's 15% chance every time you get one of those random orb things. Just leaves it at a pretty low odds. Or at least low comparatively. And not as low as trying to get this mythic. Your cat just walked over your keyboard. Oh no. Yeah, YouTube has that little thing where if where it says live, if the button there isn't red, it's like slightly behind. This can happen due to a number of reasons, either accidentally pausing, or pausing deliberately and then forgetting you paused deliberately at some point, or buffering and other similar things. But if the button next to live isn't red, that means it is slightly behind, either partially or very behind. But I think anything beyond like 5 seconds behind, it starts to not be red anymore or something. Can't remember the exact margin. Hey, are you the one? Are you going to be our 2 times or 5 times chess? We're either going to get a nice solid 3-3-3 or we're going to get that mythic. Oh yeah, I have most of my stuff backed up. Though I haven't backed things up in a while, so I probably should again. But I always keep all my most important files backed up, generally. There are a few things I don't have backed up, though. I also have a weird mix of stuff, like, split between the 2 computers now. An Iranian to Orpheus. Okay, I think this is going to be our final chest. This right here. Which means it's guaranteed a 2 times or a 5 times, right? Because that's what actually happened the other day. Like, I was like, okay, we're done here. And then it's like, up 2 times chest. Hey, we're actually really done. But no, this time, I'm doing kind of similar. Let's just hope it's a 2 times as well this time around. But I think this will be our final chest. Regardless of 2 times or lack of 2 timesiness. Are we really getting another Vault event April 1st? I wouldn't know for sure. It could be a very elaborate troll. Though we could. I wouldn't put it past them to do another one. Even if it is because it's April 1st. The main reason being, they've been doing a lot of them lately, for some reason. I can't really complain. But, yeah, I'm not sure why, but they've been doing so many Vault events lately. So I wouldn't actually be that surprised if there's another Vault event in, like, literally 2 weeks. Though it could just be a very elaborate April Fool's joke thing. I don't feel like that's something they would do an April Fool's joke on, though. Especially since the only people that would trick are people who, like, see everything early. Through the data mines. Because that wouldn't affect a normal player. Because you would only know that if you saw it on that website thingy. There's no in-game indicator that there's a Vault event. Because, you know, those don't normally come until like 2 days ahead of time. Also, why was that battle so annoying? Oh wait, I still have... Oh, never mind. That's the poll for the other thing. I thought I still had the poll for the other question I did earlier. We did so many polls this stream. I think we did like 4 or 5 total polls. I've pulled out the stream. Slightly too many. I feel like 3 is like the max. Ideally 1 works the best because you get the most amount of feedback on that one singular poll. Because the first poll we did to stream had almost 80 votes, I believe. Which is funny because we never had 80 concurrent viewers. But that makes sense, obviously, people coming in and out. I also do find it funny that our like count is like half of whatever the poll normally is. Like, it's generally around half of whatever our poll is for a given stream. Not always, though. Sometimes it's even lower. Let's see. And it's not because people are leaving dislikes. It's just people just voting on the poll but not doing the thingy. Let's see. We'll throw that down. We've had pretty much no dislikes on quite a few things for a while now. Well, some people just do it. Like here or there just to kind of, I don't know why. For some it makes sense. Some people tend to dislike some of the mythic videos we cover. I'm not sure it's because the teams we do or some other factor. Or because we got way luckier than them. Or some other factor, I'm not sure. But I do notice any video that we ever do that has like the most dislike ratio, sometimes it has like 0 dislikes. But occasionally there is a like ratio of dislikes on mythic videos, and I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe I say a mythic is bad, but then people think it's good. Or I say it's good and people think it's horrible. Or I say it's good, they try to get it, and then they don't. So I'm not sure. But anyways, guys. I think we're going to call it there for now. We will be back tomorrow night, same time as always. 3 hours prior to now tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow's stream will be entirely dedicated to Tower of Doom. We'll be covering the Monday video hopefully soonish. I'm going to take a nap and try to wake up early and cover it as early as we possibly can. Which is actually kind of why I want to end now, because I want to nap probably in the next hour or so. And then we'll go do the stream or the video then. Hopefully we'll have a guide, as the poll mentions, for the Tower of Doom. I'm not sure exactly how I want to go about it, but it does look like longer, more elaborate has won. Though by longer, more elaborate, we're probably talking like 15 to 20 minutes rather than like an under 8-minute video. But we'll see what we could do for it. One thing to kind of mention in it too would be kind of weapon preference now that we have another weapon. Because I kind of want to do that as its own video. However, it's a video topic that is short enough where I could kind of just combine it with the other one. Kind of. Or at least briefly go over it, like the top 3. Because now that we know what the new weapon type is, I can kind of just go over the top 3. I still kind of want to do a video breaking down the whole thing. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your vault grind if you're going to be going for it. It's still going for another 4 hours. I personally will not be, but if you want to, still got 4 hours left to finish out the campaign, finish out World Event or anything else, finish out, obviously, Vault grinding, which is probably what most people will be doing, but still some time on that. Aside from that, we'll have the Monday video up as soon as we possibly can, and we'll hopefully have a little guide at some point on Tower of Doom, because I've been meaning to cover one on it again. We haven't done so in a while. And then we'll have our stream tomorrow night, 3 hours prior to now, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we do every night. And we'll also be doing the entire stream is basically just going to be Tower of Doom. And of course, there's no World Event next week because it's Tower of Doom instead. So we'll just be messing around with Tower of Doom then. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys then. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you then, and enjoy your week. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.